college football, shifting gears. So, Colorado, speaking of which, like, they are silencing a lot of doubters right now, a lot of haters. They just became bowl eligible, which is really cool for the people who don't know what that means. Once you win 6 games, you become eligible to play in a bowl game. A bowl game is a very big deal for college athletes because essentially the college football playoff to 3 years ago only had 2 teams. You know, it's literally like, these 2 go.
Yeah.
And then last year and the year before, it was, okay, these 4 teams go. And now they're going to build it out to being a little bit bigger. But the point is still the same. There's so many college football teams, and there's not that many people who go to the traditional national championship. So these bowl games are a lot of people's championship. Yeah. That's where they get a lot of cachet. That's where they can get some accolades, get some video, maybe have a chance to go to the NFL, raise their draft stock, X, Y, and Z. So Colorado football, who won 1 game 2 years ago and won 4 games last year, they've now won 6 games out of their first, I believe, 8 that they've played.
6-2 right now.
Yeah, 6-2. So they've won 6 games out of the 8 they play, which is, people don't realize how impressive it is. You know, they can go, oh, well, it's this and it's that and it's this league, it's that league. First of all, winning at the collegiate level is hard, period. I don't care if you play NAIA, Division III, Division II, Division I. Winning's hard.
Yeah.
Number 2, winning consistently is hard. Number 3, winning when everyone wants you to lose is the hardest thing. If every team you play is coming at you with this energy of, we got to shut these guys up, we got to knock them down, we got to prepare 7 days for the
team.
Yeah, like
it's crazy.
It's the weight is heavy. The reason I know is that's how it was when I was a senior at Irvine. Like, you feel the energy of the other team when they're going against you, and they're like, we're throwing the kitchen sink. Like, we're all excited. Nobody's asleep. Nobody's chilling. We're here to win type situation. And so Colorado making that happen is very impressive. And in football, a sport like we've talked about before, it has injuries. You know, it has things. And so Travis Hunter is like the subject. Shedeur Sanders is the quarterback. He's great. You know, I believe he'll be the first pick or the second pick in the draft. He's great. He's Deion Sanders' son. Deion Sanders is great. He's great at selling the game. He's great at coaching the game. He's great at teaching the things off the field and dealing with the media pressure, X, Y, and Z. And they've got a lot of other great players on the team. But Travis Hunter, this dude is like, I wasn't even on the train of like really knowing much about him when he was at Jackson State, and people saying, oh, he was committed to a Power 5 school and then he committed to Jackson State. It's a big deal. I've watched now this season. This dude is unreal.
He's
like,
untouchable. What
he can do on the offensive side, the defensive side, the fact that he can play both sides of the field. Like, people don't get how challenging it is in football in general to play one half of the game from an energy standpoint, from a safety standpoint, from a strength standpoint.
I can tell you that. It's near impossible.
This
like,
dude
I'm
is literally
it's tough.
This dude is literally playing both sides of the ball every snap of the game and making plays. Not like I'm running ghost routes. Like, I'm catching 9 balls, I'm swatting down passes, I'm intercepting, I'm celebrating. It's like, I haven't seen anything like it in the collegiate game. And so where I'm taking this is this whole Heisman, you know, candidacy thing. So generally the Heisman goes to a quarterback, not always. And if it doesn't go to a quarterback, it goes to a running back. It goes to a point scorer. It's rare in history that somebody, like a Charles Woodson, won it. It's rare that you find somebody who wins it who doesn't play those positions. But in Travis Hunter, to add on to that, he has missed time. Like, he's had 2 injuries this year. So he's missed a game. He's missed half a game. He's missed some time, and only 8 games. Football doesn't have a lot of sample size. It's not like baseball where you play 162. So,
and it's college. You got less games in the NFL.
But he's the leading person for the Heisman. Like, so what are your thoughts on all this?
He should be. Like, how many players are playing both sides of the ball? And even if they do play both sides of the ball, how much are they even playing? So it's how much are you playing, and then also how much are you producing when you're playing, right? So there may be a few guys in college who are playing both sides, but we don't know about them because they're not really producing, right? He's on both sides, and he produces on both sides. I'm like, how can you turn that down as a potential Heisman candidate? Like, how could you not make that kind of person a Heisman player? And they get injured. Like, obviously he's going to get injured, but, like, yeah, people play one side of the ball get injured. He's doing both, so it's 2 times the chance that he's going to get hurt. Right. He's like... Yeah, it's very impressive to me. I mean, between watching Freddie Freeman and what he did during the World Series and watching Travis Hunter this year, it makes me so optimistic for where sports is going, you know? Like, there's some things about sports that I don't really like. For example, in football, the NIL, I think it's really dangerous, and I think it takes away, like,
a lot of the sportsmanship and the camaraderie, because people start worrying about money rather than like just training and winning and building team chemistry. But to watch athletes who are that impressive, it's what brings people to the table. You know, I understand how much sports brings people together. I say all the time, there's three things that bring people together: sports, music, and communication. Like, people who have no business knowing each other or liking each other celebrate at sports games. They high five. You know, they get on the same page, whether they're opponents or same team. You know, you see people have healthy banter back and forth if their sports teams are different, and people excited together if their sports teams are the same. Music and concerts and dance halls, you know, brings people together and gets everybody on the same page. And communication obviously can help, but it's athletes like that and teams like that who get people to believe, you know, like somebody who, again, has never met somebody else. One athlete's name can strike up an hour conversation, and all of a sudden they can be like, hey, you know, I really like your perspective. I really like going back and forth with you today. You added light to my life today. And that's dope. So
connections.
A person like Travis Hunter has that ability to really like light up the earth. It's not just the kids who look up and go, I want to be like you, and I want to play like you. That's great. But it brings community, you know, and it brings togetherness, you know, type of situation. There's not a lot of people who are creating, you know, violence and rivalry and gun battles over college sports. You know, obviously you have the betting and the side stuff. But it's bringing far more people together than it is separating, in my opinion. So that's really important. And then Vanderbilt, you know, you speak on that, but they've been having a heck of a season and a heck of a run and knocking down some titans of the game.
Sleeper team, man. Sleeper team. And I believe they were ranked, but not anymore after losing this last one against Texas. But Texas is ranked, highly ranked.
Yeah, Texas was number one.
Yeah, and they only lost by 3 points.
Right.
So everybody was super excited after they beat Alabama, and Alabama, like, kind of put them on national news, of course, because nobody remembers the last time Vanderbilt was even competitive with Alabama. So for them to come out hot, and then I think after that they rolled the next 2 wins, and then obviously they came out hot against Texas, and they lost a close one, but they're like a sleeper team that everybody's excited about, and quarterback is out here tweeting, trying to get his NIL deal. You better hit up my agent. So I think it's a good time for them, but they just got to keep pushing. They got to be competitive, but I think they're literally on the outside looking in to get into that top 25. I believe they're 5-3 now, so they need one win to obviously get into the bowl situation. But they've been ridiculous, like a ridiculous sleeper.
Yeah, we're going to find out. Vanderbilt, make it happen.